Hey, what's up, everybody? So you can see I kind of shaved a little bit. Sorry if the light goes like brighter and well, I just did it for me. I don't know if it's my screen, but usually I do this like in late afternoon, and right now it's like 11:30. So I want to make a quick video. Um, so my trainer was supposed to come. My new trainer was supposed to come between the 15th and 17th. He has something to do in Houston on the 14th or something. So I think from what I understand, he's going to pick me up. We have a delivery in San Antonio at 9 tonight, and then we're going to Houston. And then we got to go to Springfield after that because he's picking up his new truck. So I wish he would have just picked me up on the way back. That would have been nice. Or no, not the way back, but on the way to Springfield. That would have been nice. That way I could, spend a little more time with my family. But it is what it is. Like I said, if you're getting into trucking to make sure that you can be there for every family event, you're mistaken. Um, he is going to try to get me back for my daughter's birthday this weekend. She turns 1. So if I make it, great. If I don't, great. I've already expected to miss it, but I'm hoping that I can get back for it. Um, but yeah. So with that being said, I've talked to him. Like we've texted back and forth. Like yesterday, he texted for most of the day. Pretty cool dude. He's young. I don't know if he's my age. I know that he's younger. But hopefully it'll be a lot easier because it kind of understands my situation as far as you like kids. He's got 3 or 4 kids, younger ages, that kind of thing. So he kind of understands where I'm at. The guy that I had before was older. All of his kids were grown and out of the house, so he didn't really understand. Like it wasn't the same for him. Like for him, it's like, oh, I can be gone for 6 months and not have to worry about it. I can go home for once or twice a week. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I think the max I'll stay out is probably 6 weeks, and then I'll probably come home for a weekend, something like that. And then as I build up more money, we're going to go on vacations and things like that. So, um, I think that'll be a good mix of being able to work and hanging out with my family. But with this new trainer, like I said, it hopefully will be a lot better. I kind of told him a little bit about the old trainer, and he was kind of blown away. Like I said, I haven't gone into detail on my channel, and I haven't gone into detail with really anybody, with the exception of my wife and family and things like that. But not even on Facebook and the Prime groups or anything like that. I'm not putting like, "Hey, do you guys ever get a shit trainer?" Because I know that my old trainer is also in those groups, and I'm not doing that. I'm not saying anything because he's in those groups. It's just for me a respect thing. I would, whether it didn't work out with me and him or whatever I think about him or he thinks about me, to me, it's not okay to go on there and just talk a bunch of shit, knowing that he will know that I'm saying something. Well, you know what I mean? Like he'll know that what I'm saying is geared towards him, and I'm not that kind of person. Um, which is why when I tell people this story, with the how it was with the old trainer, they're like, "Man, I would have done this, I would have done that." I'm like, "Yeah, I could have done that too." But at the end of the day, I'm here to, I'm changing careers, I'm trying to make money and that kind of thing. So I'm not in it to get myself kicked out of a company I just got into. So, and then have to do this all over again. Um, Other than that, I did get a couple questions. People had messaged me privately with TNT and how it all works. Like I said, it's really not that hard to understand. I mean, you depending on your division, you get picked up. Speaking of division, before I go into those couple questions that people asked me, um, so I still plan on switching to flatbed division, but they have no spots open. I guess there's not a whole lot of trainers or hardly any trainers at all in the flatbed division, and so I have to wait until a spot opens up and then I can switch. So I'm kind of stuck doing reefer right now. So and who knows? I mean, maybe with this guy, maybe he might change my mind on doing reefer and that kind of thing. So I don't know though. I mean, like I said, the hours, like for instance, it's I got up this morning, got to deliver tonight at 9, and then from there we're gonna leave and go to Houston. I don't know if it's a delivery in Houston, I don't know if we're just driving to Houston. I have no clue. So then from there we drive all night to Houston, which really isn't that far, but still, I mean, and then you might get there and have to deliver at 3 in the afternoon the next day, so you're sleeping all day and then have to drive. It's just a weird hours. Anyways, like I said, a lot of the questions that I did receive were real. I mean, it was all based on the same thing, and it's kind of like, how does TNT work? Well, it's not that hard to understand. You get your trainer. By the time you leave whatever terminal you're in, at least for Springfield, I don't know if they do this all through Prime, but when you leave Springfield, they say, okay, here's this email, send an email to this, and then they'll get you matched up with the trainer. That's how they did for us. It's like an email. I don't know if it's different in other terminals, so I can only speak on Springfield. But you send that email, then eventually you get a call from either a fleet manager or a trainer. Typically, it's the trainer because you'll get introduced to the fleet manager down the road. So typically, it'll be the trainer. He'll call you and say, "Hey, I'm such and such. I'm going to be your trainer. I'm going to pick you up on this date. I'm over here right now. And that kind of thing." So they didn't pick you up, and they will tell you what you might need, what you don't need. I can tell you that I took too much stuff the first time that I went. Not too much stuff, but stuff that I thought I might use, didn't end up using it. So I took like a rain jacket, and it's like a jacket. It's just like almost like a poncho type thing. It looks like a jacket. You put it on, you can zip it up and all that, but it's like more of like a slick rubber. I took that just in case it might rain or something like that. Honestly, you're not outside the truck enough to use it. You might get out. The farthest you'll walk is maybe from the truck to the inside of the truck stop, or maybe to go check in. But for the most part, you're really not outside that all that much. So there's really no need for it. Now, if you're doing like flatbed and you got a strap, you'll be outside the whole time. So that might be a better use of it. I brought a beanie. I'm not going to bring that. Like I said, not outside enough to use it. I brought long johns, not outside enough to use it. I did bring sweats, just for comfort. Honestly, when I go to lay down, just something comfortable to wear. Got basketball shorts, just something comfortable to wear. Other than that, I mean, I took that stuff out. I'm trying to. I brought towels. Because again, no one told me anything. They tell you to pack for 7 days and bring this and bring that just on a website, but really you don't need that. Towels you don't need when you go to the truck stops. They have clean towels, and if for some reason there's none in there, you just ask the lady, "Hey, can I have a couple clean towels?" There's none in the bathroom, to go take a shower. But before you go take a shower, they clean the bathroom. They clean the whole shower room. They give you all fresh stuff, all new soaps, whatever. All new towels. So typically you already have that. If you go to a terminal, if you end up one of the Prime terminals, they have also clean towels in there and their own like laundry facility just for that stuff. So there's towels in there as well. So unless something happens, like when you're just raining outside and you want to dry yourself off, honestly, you really don't need a towel. So I'm not bringing those either. And for some reason, I wanted to take a towel or needed a towel to take with me. Honestly, I hate to say this, but when you go to a truck stop or probably the Prime terminal, you can grab, just ask them for another clean towel and just don't use it. Throw it in your bag. And honestly, you may not ever use that towel. It's good to have, as an extra maybe, but honestly, you probably won't need it. A laundry bag is probably a good thing to have. I brought that. I had one already. Long story short, I bring in the one that I should have brought the first time. Your vest, you'll need that. Your ID, you'll need that for sometimes you go to the terminals, or sometimes they might need to say, "Hey, I need to see your ID," that kind of thing. And you can just have which one you want. You want Prime ID, you want my driver's license, that kind of thing. Other than that, I mean, that's really all you need. I mean, I brought my Atlas too. I think we cracked the Atlas open one time, and he was like, "Oh, I want you to get into the habit of mapping out where we're going to go." And so then I do all that, and then he types it into the GPS, and that's it. Doesn't say anything about it. He told me how the Atlas works and where to find things, but I already had gone through the Atlas at home and figured out, oh, I can go here for this, I go here for that, and figured out on my own, how it works. And it's not rocket science. I mean, I can understand like some people that are new to having their CDL. Like, you have to understand, a lot of the guys that are training at Prime, they're getting people that have no CDL experience whatsoever. So they got their CDL through Prime. That's the first time they've held a CDL. It's the first time they've driven those kind of trucks. And so more than likely, they probably never even used an Atlas or a map or anything like that. They typically just use some type of electronic GPS, like a Garmin, a TomTom, Google Maps, that kind of thing. So when they look at a map, they probably have no clue about the interstates, or how how odd numbers or even numbers go a certain way, and how they're in numerical order. So like smaller to biggest, left to right. If you actually look at the interstates, a lot of people don't know that. Why there's 3 number signs like interstate, like Loop 410. No one knows. A lot of them don't know that. So I can understand why they would teach you that. But honestly, it's not that hard. And you'll probably never use the Atlas I mean, and I'm sure somebody watching this video is like, oh my gosh, you're not using the Atlas. Why wouldn't you use the Atlas? Honestly, you really don't need to. Unless for some reason, like there's a route you need to get to and the GPS isn't picking it up. I saw somebody on Prime, one of the Prime groups, say he typed it in and it puts him in some neighborhood. Um, so he was using the Atlas to kind of figure out, make sure that his route was correct and, all that good stuff. But it turns out it was the wrong, it was, say, I think sales sent the wrong address or something. And so it's good as a backup. Like if for some reason your electronics go down or if it breaks and you have to wait to buy another one or whatever, it's good to have. And honestly, it'd probably be really tedious. I mean, you think about it, your GPS goes down and, you need to use the Atlas. Honestly, your OmniTrax inside the Prime trucks has a navigation built into it. It isn't the greatest in the world, but it's pretty good. And then so you have your course. Let's say you have a Garmin or a Rand McNally electronic GPS, and then you have the Atlas as a end of the road. Nothing works. Absolutely have to use it kind of thing. So I understand why they want you to like map it out and they want you to see where in your mind where it's going. But like I said, I get it, but there's really no need to have it with you. If you want to have it when you get on your own truck, then I think that's a great idea. But other than that, you don't need it. Like I said, there was a couple things that I took out of my bag that I just didn't need. I think it'll make it a little bit easier to stay a little bit cleaner. Not cleaner, but a little more organized. I just had like stuff everywhere, stuff that I wasn't using. I just kept moving it out of the way. No need to have it. I know that my old trainer had like his own like thermos jug and stuff like that, but he drank a lot of coffee. So he would fill up this thermos jug full of coffee. And so he would drink coffee and he had this big coffee mug and all that. And then he had like a little Yeti cup, which honestly I only saw him use a handful of times. And I'm not sure what was in it. I'm guessing coffee. So I brought a cup and I never used it. Didn't use it once. Didn't go in there and fill it up with ice. I think I might bring one of my Yeti type cups, a bigger one, just to have it. If I could do, like just run inside real quick and fill it up. And but again, like I drink stuff pretty quick, so it's probably not going to do me any good. And I guess it is a little bit cheaper with the fountain drinks, but they're mainly soda. They have Powerade, but typically I just get some ice, and I'll buy like a bottle of water or something or Gatorade, dump it in there. But other than that, just want to make a quick video on getting picked up and going on my next trainer. I was hoping it'd be a couple more days they could be home, but it is what it is. That's why I'm trying to. It sucks because I want to hurry up and get this done. That way I can get my own truck. I can go home when I want to. I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, well, I don't know what day he's going to come get me. I can decide, what, I can run up till Wednesday, or I can go up till Thursday and then get sent home and be here for my daughter's birthday this weekend. And then I can leave Sunday or Monday and then, go take another load or whatever. I could do that. But like I said, it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain about it. Like I said, I was lucky to be home this long, and hang out and do laundry and get stuff together and that good stuff. So, take advantage of any home time you got. You're home now, and you don't know how much you miss it until you do. Once you get on the road and you don't know when you're going to be back. That's mainly in training. I should make sure I clarify that. In training, you don't know when you're going to be back. Now it's something you can talk to your trainer about when he takes home time. The good thing is my trainer, it only lives 2 hours away from me, and so if we needed to take home time at any time at all, and plus we both have kids, it will make it a lot easier to get back. It's going to be making it a lot easier to get back because he understands like I want to be back for that stuff. Even if he like say, oh yeah, I missed it, like the other guy I had. Well, I missed I don't know how many birthdays and blah blah blah. I don't care about what you did. I want to be there for my kids' stuff. So now while I miss soccer games and maybe practices, yeah, probably. But birthdays, I should be able to be back for birthdays. That's one day a year that I should be able to be back for. I can understand going to a couple soccer games. I might make a couple. But I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be there every Saturday, so that I understand, and that's okay. But, I'm not going to try to sit here and miss things like that. I want to be there for that. Especially like my birthday coming up in April. So I want to be there for that stuff. But again, talk to your trainer about that. Other than that, I don't really have very much else to say. Like I said, I will try to upload once we get on the road. I try not to be rude. I'm going to learn how he runs his truck and that kind of thing. So I don't want to like have a video camera constantly stuck in his face and or my face, and while he's trying to drive and sleep or something, and or we got stuff to do. We get to a truck stop and we got to fuel up and we got to wash the windows and grab some stuff and go get parked and that kind of thing. So I just want to make sure that before I do any of that stuff that that I'm able to actually do it without bothering them and stuff like that. So and those videos probably be a little bit quicker. Like I said, once I'm doing this off my phone. Like I said, I've got a better camera. I've got my iPhone. My laptop kind of sucks, so I'm not going to bring that. But once I get on the road by myself and get a truck and all that, get my own truck, then I'll be able to do a lot more. I'll have my own internet. I'll have a better laptop. I'll have different videos, or I'm sorry, not videos, but different angles from different cameras like GoPros and things. So it'll be a lot easier to do that way. It's tough, and if you go around and watch some of these other guys' videos, go back to the first beginning of their channels. If you typically see them walking around by themselves at a truck stop, or you'll see them at the terminal sitting down at a table outside. They're doing that so they don't bother anybody. And then you'll sometimes hear somebody, "Oh, am I in your video? Am I gonna bother you walking through?" That's typically why you gotta pay attention to like what's going on. You don't want to bother and be a bother to somebody else. So that's kind of why. It might be a minute before I re-upload. It might be at some shippers and receivers, but honestly, it's all the same. I mean, I think the worst one we went to was the one in Laredo, and it was fucking dirt, rocks and dirt everywhere, and there was like no particular parking. You just kind of found a spot that was just like, honestly, it was just dirt roads, basically, just dirt areas that you just found a spot. And then they would be like, "Oh, it's go to this door," and they wouldn't tell you where the hell it's at. There was no map or anything. They would, "I'll go down this way, make a right, go around this building," and you're not from there, you don't know. But it's just a pain in the butt. But yeah, like I said, it'll be shipper and receivers and things like that. So hopefully I can get some some videos and some content for you guys. But like I said, I know the video angle probably sucks, and doing this on an iPhone, I think this is a iPhone 14 Pro Max, I think. So it's kind of clear, not really, but it can be better. I'm not really. Once I get done with it, I upload it. There's no video, and I do have an intro and stuff like that, but I haven't really messed with it. I'm not going to really do that right now because, trying to switch it over to my desktop and then, then add it and then upload it, it's just a pain in the butt. Just a pain in the butt, especially with iPhone and how they interact with, like, most PCs, unless you have a Mac. If you had a Mac, it'd be, like, instant, but because it's not a Mac, it's just a weird, the way it all works. So, but anyways, this video was longer than I wanted it to be, but not a big deal. If you guys, of course, have any questions, man, make a comment, reply. I'm always usually there to reply. I'm pretty quick at replying. So any questions, man, just let me know. Y'all be safe, keep rolling, and we'll catch you on the next one.